Hi everyone, my name is Aleksandra. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Christmas are in a few days, and if you feel overwhelmed and this shift of energy in the air, there is actually a spiritual reason for that, and I know that this video will actually resonate with a lot of people. And whenever I was talking about the subject to my close people, they were like, yeah, this is exactly how I feel. So I think this is the best time to share. You're not alone. This is okay. It is okay to feel this way. Christmas is a magical place. It's a magical time. I feel like it's a totally other dimension, right? It's the same as in everyday life. We are focusing on productivity, on going for our goals, doing something, on just basically being in this whole routine. Everybody, the whole world is just like, doing their thing. Now it's Christmas and everything just stops. It's like, okay, now it's Christmas, we be happy, we be present, we be this jolly holy and everything else. So now, as you are running, and it's the same as you're running through the woods, right? When you're running really fast, because in everyday life, especially in 21st century, it is very hard not to run. We are running all the time, we're focusing on studies, on work, on anything. We first run. We focus on the thing that is forward. We just basically focus on our goals. And then is the time okay, stop. And you're like, whoa, okay. And now you start noticing everything that is your surrounding, all the things that are in your environment. And it's the same as the emotions, the things that we notice in everyday life, the things that are bothering us but are not our priority. So just basically we repress them for a bit, and as we have the time or we have the option to actually take a notice on them, we are intimidated by them. Because if there are a lot of things that we were repressing and they come to the surface, we're like, whoa, okay, slow down, okay, once at a time. When it's just us slowing down, for example, during the sickness, or you have a quick break, or you have something personally, it's different. But when the whole world is stopping and there is nothing that you can run away to, it's very hard not to reflect on the things that are on the surface. So as you're in those woods and you are just running and now you're looking around and you're like, okay, I see this, I see this, I see this, I see this. This can be already overwhelming, but this doesn't have to be the only reason. Another thing is that I don't know about you guys, but whenever I think of Christmas, I think also about the time when I was a kid, when I was a little child, and there's this Christmas was always such a magical thing. And even the Santa Claus, believing that there is this magical creature that is so loving and is bringing presents to everybody, and it goes with its sleigh and it's shooting through the sky. It's Christmas was always so magical to me, and lots of Christmas memories for me are from childhood. And as I was asking also other people, I think for most of people, Christmas takes you back to when you were younger. And as we are getting older, this whole feeling of nostalgia is just hitting us. It's hitting us straight in the face, because it says to us, we are not 5 anymore. We are not 7 anymore. We're actually grown-ups. Christmas is just a year before the new year. It's a year before the end of the whole year. So it's okay, here I see I'm not a child, another year is passing by, and also I have the time to notice all the things that I was repressing for the past months, for the past weeks, months, days, I don't know how long, but I was repressing some things, and now I can actually have the time to notice those things. And also another thoughts are coming in, because it's the end of this whole year that I was just living in. I'm not 7 anymore. I'm actually living a different life than I was when I was making all those memories from childhood. And as we have those beautiful memories from childhood, I feel there's this big pressure on, we have to make those Christmas beautiful and magical and joyly and holy and everything like that. This pressure and everything else is just putting this weight on us. And also a thing, as we're becoming adults, I don't know how old are you, the person who's watching this video right now, but as we're becoming adults and we are just basically having our own opinions, our own lives, our own routines. Because some of us, when you're going to college or even to high school, you're going outside of the home, you start to actually create your own life, separate life from your family. You start going out with friends. You don't even have to leave your hometown. You don't have to leave your home. You just can have a separate life, because you focus onto your own things, not only the things with your family. So as you're creating this whole life of yours, this own life of yours, not always aligning with the things that you and your family had, you sometimes get used to other things than your family, and we're all living different lives. So it is okay for us not to always get aligned, right? So during Christmas, when we all stop and we all gather around together and we all have our own things, sometimes those things can trigger each other, as this time has this big pressure, everything has to be holy jolly and everything like that, and the things are not always being this way. it can be all of this that I just mentioned. As I didn't want to create this weird feeling, but it can be overwhelming, and all those things could be a reason for you to just feel weird and like, what is wrong with me? It's Christmas. I should be happy. I should be this. I should be that. And the first thing that I want to say to you is how to use this whole knowledge in your favor is you don't have to be anything. Since this is the time of reflection, the time of slowing down, let the things come to you. Let the things go from you. Let the things, just let them, okay? Just let the things, basta. There's a dot, just let the things. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, whatever you start to just like get a notice of, let it, okay? Start to reflect on the things. Start to be in the things. The main thing that I want to say here is be present, except of productive. I'm not saying don't do anything, just be lazy, but actually Christmas is the time that you can let yourself be lazy, that you can let yourself slow down, be peaceful, be mindful, and be actually present, be restful. We live in the century where if you don't have a job that is usually a smart work, then you don't have that much time for yourself. It's very hard not to get into this whole wheel of like going, running. It is very hard not to do it in everyday life. So as you have right now the opportunity not to do it, use it. Use this opportunity to just be present. You don't have to be productive. And I know it feels weird because we're used to it, right? When right now you had, for example, as a student, as I am, when you are doing so much work in everyday life, right? You're studying a lot, you're doing all this exams, you're doing this, you're doing that. And right now it's Christmas and you're with your family and you're like, how can I be resting right now? I have so much stuff to do. Babe, it's just 2 days. If you have this opportunity to rest for those 2 days, just do it. I know there are lots of exceptions. Sometimes you just have to do something. I understand that. But if you have any option to actually rest, this is the perfect time to do that. This is the perfect time to actually glorify this resting, this peacefulness, because this is the time for the reflection. It's the time for softness. It's the time to let the magic in. It's the time to let the things go into the surface. So instead of being so productive and running, if you can slow down, just slow down. Just take a few steps without running. Just look around and just be present. And another thing, you don't have to be anything. There's this big pressure on you have to be happy during Christmas. You have to be this during Christmas. You don't have to be anything, honey. You don't have to be always jolly. And it's fine. It's actually very fine because as humans, we go through different phases. And those phases do not always align with the things that are happening during our year. Like, for example, I don't have to be happy during my birthday. I don't have to be sad during this day of a year. Sometimes our own ways, our own growth is happening not aligned to things like on calendar that are happening. And it's okay if you don't feel so jolly, if you don't feel so like happy and like whimsical and everything like that, it's fine. Let yourself be however you feel like being. And I'm not saying if you feel grumpy, just stay in this mood and be like the Grinch of the Christmas. If you feel like there is just this repressed emotion that you would be repressing still if you were just like trying to push yourself all the time to be very like, yay, bubbly and everything, then don't push it. Just let it out. Focus on it. Think maybe for a reason. Why did it happen? Did I repress this emotion before? Was it happening for a long time? What is going on with me? Just be soft for yourself. Be understanding for yourself. And remember, even if other people don't understand you, just let yourself do it, okay? Because not everybody has to understand how you're feeling. If other people are holy and jolly and everything, that's great for them. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to bring anybody with you, of course. But if you feel this weight on yourself, do not try to ignore it, okay? Try to focus on it. Try to let it out because the emotions are not supposed to be repressed. The emotions are not supposed to be ignored. If the emotion is here, it's not defining you, but it's also clarifying something for you. Like maybe the thing that happened before, maybe I'm not okay with that. Maybe I want something different. Maybe I'm kind of feeling guilty about other thing and I have to like work through it in my mind right now to feel actually good. And maybe this time right now, this peaceful time is good for this reflection, is good for this mind work because later on I can just let myself be and close this chapter before the new year. This is exactly another thing that I want to talk about. The new year is coming, right? And this is another thing that I said that you could be maybe a bit pressured for, like, oh my gosh, it's the new year already. I wanted to do so many things. Maybe some New Year's resolutions from 2025 you still didn't do. First of all, it is fine. Second of all, if you feel like it, focus on those things and think of yourself. What is the thing right now that as the 2025 is getting to an end, 2026 is approaching, what is the thing that I can let go of? What is the thing that I can release? What is the chapter that I can close? What is the thing that I can leave in 2025? because we have a week since Christmas till like the new year. We have a week. In this week, think of the things like, what can I work with right now to like make a bigger step into 2026? It's not always happening on a New Year's Eve, right? It's not always happening just before the new year is approaching. Sometimes we need a bit more time. And I think Christmas is a perfect time, because this is when those realizations that like, hey, it's 2025 is getting to an end. As those things are hitting us, maybe we can focus on, okay, what is it that I want to close? What is it that I want to leave behind? What is it that I don't want to bring into the new year? What is the thing that I just want to leave? Think of it like this. So as you're grounding yourself, as you're letting go of the things that are no longer serve you, as you're asking yourself, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to let go of? Because do not force yourself like, okay, I'm ready, never mind, I want to leave this behind, so I have to leave it behind. Remember, breathe, ground yourself. Actually, do not push yourself in this time. This is the time to actually feel through the things. It is always the time, feel through the things. Do not push yourself ever, like with not being ready, but I want to be ready, so I have to just like push it. No, it's not about motivational thing. It's not about this. When you release, you have to be ready to release. You have to motivate yourself to the releasing part, but you also have to actually feel the releasing, because the releasing is not happening physically. I can just like push it. No, I have to do it here and here. Like I actually have to know it is good for me, it is what I want. It's the same as closure. If it's not something that you want, you're not actually releasing it. You're not actually letting go. You're just thinking, okay, never mind, I don't want to think about it. You're repressing. You have to feel the letting go part. So this is very important for you to be ready. Like, what am I ready to release? As you're doing all those things, you're actually creating a space, a safe space for you to begin the 2026. Even though this is a Christmas video, even though I'm actually trying to tell you right now how to spend the Christmas, it is also the video to prepare you for the new year coming, for the new era. As you, for example, I think you have New Year's resolution already, like something in your head, like some vision of 2026, like how I want this year to go. When you want to manifest something, you have to create a space for it. You have to create a safe environment for it to actually come. If you have the load of the things, like of the garbage from before, how can you bring the new things in? There's no space. You have to create the space. You have to actually let go of the things. If the things that you want to manifest are bigger, you have to widen the borders. You have to create this whole thing for yourself, because otherwise, where are you going to put it? Where is in your mind or in your heart or in your spirit, in your soul, the place to actually want this so much, to focus on it so much? Where is it? Because if you do not create the space for it, if you do not release the things of before, where are you going to put the new thing? So as you rest, as you release, as you let go, it prepares for the manifestation. You have to be fully in a manifesting mindset. You have to be fully releasing the things that are not serving you. You have to be fully present in here, grounded. Otherwise, if your mind is in the clouds, you still like not have the closure about other stuff, you feel weird, you feel pressured, you feel like intimidated and ignored with your emotions, how can you actually be in the vibration of the thing that you want? You're still being here, you're still being behind. You have to first let go. Rest. Rest prepares manifestation, because we are in the right mind to do the things, to bring in the things. We have the mind power to actually bring the things in. It is very important for you to release the thing. It's the same as, for example, I don't know if you ever heard of the like new moon practices or full moon practices, or it's the same when you are a woman with menstrual cycles. It's like each phase is for something. And usually in our follicular phase, we are creative, we are doing something. But it's because we released the things in our menstrual, we let ourselves rest. And it's very important. I don't know if I made a video, especially on the cycles. If I didn't, then I have to get into it, because it is very important for you to understand your body. And we have 4 phases, and each phase is very important to focus on the energy of it. And it's the same with us, like with every single person. It's the same with the New Year's. We first have to rest, have to release, have to just basically be present, ground ourselves before the creation. As we have this time, we have to use it good. And remember, do not feel the pressure of, okay, now I have to do it. Just ground yourself. If you're not ready to release, it's fine. You have to be ready. Just focus onto the feelings that you feel. Just try to work on that. Just try to understand yourself better. Bring the things to the surface. Be present. Do not put the pressure on yourself of, I have to be like this, I have to be like that, I have to let go. No. Think of as if I'm ready, as how I'm feeling. Like, notice the things. Ground yourself. Breathe in, release. Just like be present, be soft. Let yourself be soft. Let yourself feel the softness, because it's Christmas and it's not supposed to be always us in the books. It's not supposed to be always us in the movies. It's not supposed to be always like this, and that. It's Christmas, and the main thing of Christmas is the birth of Jesus, right? It's the birth of Jesus. What is Jesus? Jesus is a God. It's love. God is love. So in Christmas, the most important thing is kindness, is love, is just this all softness, and just like I said, just this kindness, this beautiful kindness. So be kind to yourself, be soft to yourself, and release what is not serving you, what you're ready to release, and create the space for the new year to come. I also want to record a separate video, especially on how to focus on the New Year's, how to prepare ourselves for the New Year's, not only according to Christmas, but especially the beginning of 2026 as it's approaching. So remember, if you want to see it, leave a subscription and tell me in the comments what resonated with you in this video, and if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, and I love you guys so much. I wish you have a merry Christmas, and I love you enormously. So have a good Christmas. Remember to be soft and kind to yourself and to others. I love you so much. See you next week. Bye.